So today is July 6th, 2017, and is the first day, or in where I live, the first day where Spider-Man Homecoming comes out, both in regular seeing and 3D seeing. I watched the regular seeing and I just got back from it, so I decided to do my mini review on the plot, the cast, and the both mid and post credit scenes. So to get things started, I actually have like a list right here about like the actors I actually chose. I'm gonna start off with number 1, which is the guy who's actually on the name and title. I have Tom Holland, which is Spider-Man / Peter Parker. I thoroughly enjoyed him actually playing as Peter Parker. He was pretty actually good. He actually captured the character of both Peter Parker and Spider-Man. I liked him a lot, and I hope I actually see him in more movies actually. I hope he actually like keeps to his word and says he'll be here for more like 30 more years. Hopefully, I actually like his character. I would give him probably like a 96%. I don't know, there's like a 4% I'm actually missing there. I just think that he could have done, but like he couldn't do. But a 96 is passing grade. Next person I want to talk about is Robert Downey Jr., which is Iron Man, who is actually kind of like a key player in this whole movie. He's a key player because, unlike any other movie, he's actually kind of like a mentor for Spider-Man. He's actually a person. He's the one that recruited him for Spider-Man for his team in Civil War. He's also the one that actually brought him up. He's also the one that brought him up into be in the MCU appearance. So yeah, there's nothing to say about Robert Downey Jr. He actually is Iron Man for about like 9 years now. And there's something to say about him, probably like 99% as, actually no, 100% on Iron Man, because basically he captured the character like so good. The next person I want to talk about is Michael Keaton, who plays the Vulture / Adrian Toomes. I thought his character was spot on, I think, because if you don't know, Michael Keaton was also Birdman, I think. I think that's the name. Birdman. He was Birdman, and when I heard that he was being cast as Vulture, I was like, wait, what? He's been playing as Vulture. He was a person in a bird suit, and now he's gonna be he's gonna be a man in an armored version of the Vulture. And I thought that was actually pretty cool, actually. I actually really enjoyed his character. There were some things I didn't like about him, but he was actually kind of cool. Also about like so many scenes with him and Spider-Man, like kind of actually really spot on, actually. Thoroughly enjoyed him. He even actually brought in like a little kind of tease for like the mid-credit scene that he actually did, but I'll get to that in a little bit. The next person and the last one I want to talk about is Jacob Batalon. I hope I'm saying his last name right, but his name is Jacob Batalon, and he plays as Ned, which is Peter's best friend. And when I saw him in the trailer, or like when I saw him in any of the trailers or TV spots, I was kind of like, meh. I didn't think that much of him, but when I saw the movie and I saw him and how he actually portrayed the character, I was like, wait, what? I was like, okay, I had my doubts. He actually proved me wrong. So I actually really enjoyed him playing as Ned. I actually like really enjoyed it. Ned was pretty cool, actually. He actually showed on how he can be a helping hand to Peter, and I hope he actually does that for the sequel that's quote unquote gonna happen in 2019. Yeah, I hope I see him more in the movie. I hope I see a bit more of Iron Man, kind of, to like mentor Spider-Man, and I also hope that Tom Holland will like grow and excel as Peter Parker, like his previous ones were. And when I mean previous, I only mean Tobey Maguire. We don't talk about Andrew Garfield. Sorry, we don't talk about him, even though his first movie was good. God damn it, his first movie was good, but we're gonna not talk about him anymore. That's all I have to say about the cast. Next one is the story / plot. What I thought about the story and plot, it's different. It's not... Okay, to get it out, I like the story. I just think that they could have done at least a bit more in it. If you don't know what I mean, go ahead and watch it for yourself. Well, basically, this is my first time seeing. I might make a second review after I see my second time seeing it. But if you see it for the first time, you'll probably see some things that you probably didn't see before, or like you probably will see something that you're probably gonna question, and then when you go see it the second time, you're gonna understand why. But overall, I wish they actually did a bit more with the story, but it's in the past. I don't actually like, but it's okay actually. It's done is done. Probably when I actually see it the second time, and probably do a second review, I'll probably like excel on that and say like I can see why they did this. But for right now, they could have at least done like at least a little bit something. Not so much, but at least a little bit to actually like include it. The plot overall was pretty good. It was pretty balanced as Spider-Man. It was not like Andrew Garfield one or Mark Webb's, and it wasn't like Sam Raimi's one, which is Tobey Maguire. It wasn't like both of them. It was completely different. It was classic Spider-Man. And what I would actually know, it was classic Spider-Man, and you see him go through you see Peter Parker go through high school, and you see the struggles he has portraying as both two characters, Spider-Man and Peter Parker, and you see that he has the troubled life of a 15-year-old kid that's being in high school, and the dangerous and life-threatening life he has as portraying Spider-Man, where he has to face a armored freaking vulture that basically brings him almost about like probably to like the near of his death. So yeah, I liked how they excelled on that. I also liked it that they showed more like variety as well. Like, I know this is not supposed to do anything about the plot, but like what I want to say a bit more, like to add on to that, they showed different places as well. Like they showed different places. They showed like inside places, and they showed outside places, and they showed different locations. Like Washington D.C., for example, it was actually pretty good. Actually, I liked the part. I actually liked it, like seeing him go from one place to another place that is in New York. Because the previous movie, we only see him in like New York. We don't see him anywhere else. But I really liked it. I think Marvel Studios did a splendid job on it. Did an awesome job on it. They did a spectacular job on it. Not awesome, but spectacular. And I hope they do more of it. I hope they also like excel from spectacular in the sequel. Now, my view on the plot is pretty good. The next thing I want to talk about, which I also want to which I actually didn't know this, but we're gonna be talking about the post-credit scene on my review event. I thought the post-credit scene was amazing. They didn't like need to actually show that much. They only had to show a little bit that had a bunch. Okay, I'll tell you about the post-credit scene. If you didn't see the post-credit scene and you don't want to be spoiled, I highly advise you actually put this on watch later, then go see the movie, then come back and see it. That way you know what's going on. Anyways, when you're seeing it, you see Vulture is captured. He is in prison, and he meets Matt Gargan. And if you don't know who Matt Gargan is, he is the Scorpion. Matt Gargan is the Scorpion. And it was pretty good because they only exchanged a little dialogue. But you know it expands more than that. Because in other Spider-Man movies, you have these little scenes where you see him, and it's just really long, but they don't have that much context. But this one, they know how to actually like put in as much as possible to keep it secret, but it's big, as a bunch of information that's big, and you're decising it. You're You're putting the dots together for the next 2 years, because the sequel to Spider-Man Homecoming is coming out in 2019, which I hope is as good as Spider-Man Homecoming. But they showed you can actually do a bunch of things with a small little dialogue. Now, after I got that out of the way, I would give the mid-credit scene a good watch and a good actually interpretation on what will happen in the sequel. Because after seeing Matt Gargan, I was like, oh my god, is he gonna be? I was like left in my tear. I was like, wait a minute, is he gonna be like the villain in Spider-Man 2? Is he? Anyways, after that, we have a post-credit scene, which is kind of, I don't know how to take it. You can either take it as a bad credit scene or a good one. It's kind of gonna be like in those mixed reactions. But in the credit scene, we have Captain America, but it's not like a recording Captain America. It's a pre-recorded. So basically, throughout the whole movie, you're gonna see like a bunch of pre-recorded tapes of Captain America, and in this tape recording, you see him actually talking about patience. And when I was in the theater with a bunch of other Spider-Man fans, everyone was like wondering like what, until I actually got it, because when he said patience, and then I just remember that we're watching Spider-Man Homecoming, I put the dots together saying that patience, we took patient. We were patient for Spider-Man to be in the MCU, and he's here, he's there, he's in the MCU, he's going to interact with Marvel heroes. And that's basically our reward for being patient for like the last 20 years or 10 years. Or like 15 years probably. Oh shit. Anyways, yeah, patience. I also like that because the title is Homecoming. And it's patience because Spider-Man is coming home. He's coming back to Marvel where he was born. So, overall, the movie, I would give it, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 9. I would give it at least a 9.5 or a 9 or 9.0. Because they could have done things, but they didn't, but that one would stress me out. So yeah, for like Bubble with Stars, I would give it probably like a 4.5. Easily. But that was my mini review on Spider-Man Homecoming. If you have seen it, or you're going to see it, if you have seen it, post what you agree with me or disagree with me in the comments below. And if you haven't seen it, go ahead and watch it for yourself. I want to know what you guys actually think about it. But hopefully you actually enjoyed this video. Hopefully you like and subscribe. So see you guys later. Bye bye.